Okie dokies, ladies and gentlemen. So, have I changed the scoreboard overlay? Groovy, dude, what are you doing? You're so laggy. Oh, okay, so, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back once again. Game 3 of this best of 5 in the GO4SC2 finals. And we are here on Mouse TV. So, we have Mr. Aristeo going to be spawning here once again as the blue Zerg over in the western position, and down to the south we do have Mr. mouzMaNa going to be spawning here as the green Protoss. So, what is going to happen? Mr. mouzMaNa coming once again from the claws of defeat, ripping at Mr. Aristeo constantly over and over again, and bringing it back to a 1-1 situation. Halfway through that game, I'll be honest with you, I mean, I know I'm not supposed to like call games early and things like that because I'm a caster, but halfway through that game, I had my doubts in Mana. I literally had my doubts, and I thought Aristeo was going to take a quick 2-0 in this best of 5 series. But Mana, God, you should never bet against Mana. That was just ridiculous. So, what are we going to see from these two players? Again, 1-1 in this best of 5, everything even up. It's now a best of 3. Are we going to see some shenanigans? We do already have Mana setting up for a Forge Fast Expand, and he will be able to scout his opponent out relatively quickly here. So we have gas going to be going down for Aristeo. Why is he pulling off that weakened drone in order to be able to make that into the simulator, or extractor, however you want to look at it, as that does save his life towards against any kind of more harassment this little probie wants to do. Meanwhile, we have the spawning pool going down as well. So pretty standard opening from Aristeo right now. Looks like we're going to have the Forge first. No Nexus first. I mean, technically he could get away with Nexus first. Reason being, you know, he's seen his opponent's spawning pool timing, which was relatively standard, and you can actually get your Nexus up pretty easily off the back of that first. So, but you know, you want to play safe. This is best of 5, and it's like what, like 200 euros or something. So, again, going to be poking away at said drones, and does indeed begin that gas mining. So, what are we going to see? Mr. Aristeo going to be sending a second Overlord in the correct direction. Again, you know, it's very, very common that we do see the initial Overlord, i.e. this one up to the north, be sent away, sent in the opposite direction from your natural. So you can end up sending your second one down there, and it's pretty much there at a time, well, normally there at a time that you would actually be expanding, or the third one even, so does send that up there. So Photon Cannon going down for Mr. mouzMaNa, probably will wall off here, and that is going to be able to keep him all nice and safe, as he does have that Nexus up relatively quick for a Forge Fast Expand, right after the Forge. So Proby will be dancing about for a bit. Zerglings do kill him off, and he will be expanding. So what is Aristeo going to do? Again, you know, we've seen him go Roach Hydra time and time again in this matchup, so I wouldn't be surprised if we did see that again. Looks like Aristeo will spot these relatively... I mean, one gas isn't relatively early, but the second one relatively is. Depends on what Mana wants to do off the back of this. I mean, you know, he wants to save up a lot of gas regardless. He wants to be in a position where, you know, he has that gas bank in order to be able to tech up to whatever he wants, i.e. the Templar Archives, i.e. the Robobet facility as well. And I loved the probe being kept there. Just in case these Zerglings wanted to poke in, he was going to throw down a second gateway, then cancel that later on for that cybernetics core. So really nice defense here, just in general from Mana, really nice awareness. But at the same time, Aristeo showing really nice awareness as well. Going to be taking down these back rocks, trying to open up avenues of attack as quickly as he possibly can do. And off the back of that, you know, Mana has to take extra precautions earlier on in order to be able to defend this. Be it, say, like, I don't know, walls here and cannons here, or anything like that. Because, you know, early on, those minerals matter. And, oh, Aristeo, you're so aggressive. He's going to be able to take out these rocks really, really quickly. This Zealot here, is he... Oh, very wise, so wise. I was going to say, if he was going to run those Zerglings in there, Mana would think that something is up. Because that many Zerglings this early on is very, very scary indeed. But, oh, a great surround, able to kill off this Zealot, despite losing a few to that Photon Cannon. But he does kill off this, and look at this. This is exactly what I was on about before. Mana having to take the precaution. It's like I'm watching replays. I just know what's happening. Throwing the gateways down, and you know, this isn't necessarily what Mana wanted to do at this stage in the game. So, oh, nice force field. Zerglings do slip through that little... Wait a minute. I can't even see because everything's warping in and there's a force field there, but that's like the smallest gap ever. So he is able to kind of poke and prod in there. More Zealots actually pile in and he has to pull guys off the line to be able to deal with this. Photon Cannon does finish up though, but at the same time the gateway falls. Aristeo with this fantastic aggression early on. Oh no, Mana in a terrible, terrible situation in Game 3. Gonna be able to run up the ramp. He doesn't have any energy for any more force fields, so now all the probes are going to be forfeited in this situation, and 9 workers have already been killed. GG, ladies and gentlemen, for Game 3. We are going to be back with Game 4. Aristeo only needs 1 more game, whilst Mana needs 2.